how do I export markers as individual files? And this is a great question, because this is a feature that until recently I didn't even know existed. They added it in Descript and I didn't know it was there, but you actually can do it now with the Descript export. So let me show you what I mean. Let's suppose that you have a course or a long session that you created markers and you would like to export the individual portions as separate files. Well, you can do this in Descript now. So I'm just going to go to the project here and I'm going to just go and create a new, just to give you an example, I'm going to create a blank composition from my episode in here. Here we go. It is unedited, but it doesn't matter. And I'm going to go to Underlord and add some chapters with AI, okay? Just as an example. But normally, let's say you have a long recording that you want to turn into a course. So I've added these to the script. So now look at this. My composition has about 14 or 12, whatever markers, right? Assuming that I put these carefully in here where I want them to be, I don't want to have to go to every marker like this and make a selection and copy and extract it to another composition and export that. Yeah, because if I have like 14 or 20 of these, it means I have to do that 20 times. And I used to do that with the Q&A sessions where I isolate every question by marker, and then I would take those out, put them in a separate composition just so that I can export it. There is also a way to export just a selection, which is again quite tedious because you have to make your selection, go to publish, and then you go to export and you say current selection like this, right? That's one way to do it also. But that is again one by one. Well, not anymore. Look at this. I have like 14 chapters in here. You can also see them from this chapter marker selector right there. So in 1 or 2 clicks, I can actually export all of these as separate files. Watch this. You go to publish, you go to export, and in here, instead of current selection, you just say markers. And of course, you set your resolution, your quality, your audio settings, everything, and then you click export, and that should create on disk a separate file for every one of those sections. Cool, yeah? So that's a great feature there.